Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll explore one of the most fascinating aspects of human evolution: the development of the endocranial system. We'll look at how the brain of our hominin ancestors gradually expanded and reorganized, giving rise to advanced thinking, problem-solving, and learning abilities. Alongside brain evolution, we'll also examine the emergence of speech and language, key milestones that set humans apart from other species. Together, these developments reveal how biology and culture intertwined to shape the unique story of human evolution. The skull, or cranium, is the set of bones that make up the head. Endocranial means inside the cranium or skull. Often, the shape or the convolution of the brain is reflected in the ridges on the inside surface of the cranium. Compared to other primates, the human brain and skull are large. The average brain volume is 1375 cubic centimeters in humans, while it is only 450 cubic centimeters in apes. The most significant increase has taken place in the part of the forebrain called the cerebrum. The outer layer, or cortex, of the cerebrum is folded, which increases its surface area relative to its volume. The area known as the cerebellum is also much larger in humans. The trend in hominin evolution has been an increase in brain size and complexity. The brain has increased in complexity and specialization, especially the cerebrum. The outer layer of the cerebrum, known as the cerebral cortex, is folded extensively in modern humans. The cerebral cortex is the part of the brain involved in complex processes, such as reasoning, problem-solving, abstract thinking, like mathematics and art. Imagination, communication, and sensory perceptions, including sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. The cerebellum has increased in size and complexity. This area of the brain is associated with balance and muscular coordination. In humans, this is related to the fine movements and coordination needed for the precision grip. In the course of hominin evolution, two critical regions of the brain, Broca's area and Wernicke's area, played key roles in the development of language and communication. Broca's area, located in the frontal lobe, is primarily associated with speech production and the motor control of language. Fossil evidence of endocasts suggests that this region was already expanding in early Homo species, reflecting the growing importance of vocal communication and tool use, both of which require precise motor coordination. Wernicke's area, in the temporal lobe, is linked to the comprehension of spoken and written language. Its evolutionary development allowed hominins to interpret complex sounds and symbolic meaning, providing the cognitive foundation for shared knowledge, cooperation, and cultural transmission. Together, these regions represent a significant neurological advancement, supporting the emergence of structured language. This ability distinguished later hominins from other primates and was central to social bonding, teaching, and the evolution of culture. Our brain accounts for only about 2% of our body mass, yet it consumes roughly 20% of the total energy needed to keep the body at rest and about 20% of our oxygen intake. This is important. The growth in brain size, complexity, and function only became possible when our diet shifted to include more fat and protein. This dietary change resulted from several interconnected developments. Let us identify these developments. 1. Bipedalism, which freed the hands. 2. Development and use of stone tools. 4. More effective hunting and processing of food. 5. Cooking. Bipedalism freed the hands to handle objects. Over time, this enabled making and using simple stone tools. Hunting became more effective, and increased kill rates added more meat to the diet. Meat supplies more protein and fats to nourish the brain, resulting in increased brain size and development. The advent of cooking increased the nutrient supplies, as cooking releases more nutrients from food. The addition of fish and shellfish to the diet among coastal populations provided extra protein, including omega-3 oils. As the brain grew larger and more complex, so did the ability to reason, learn, and communicate. At this point, just remember the essential feedback loop that occurred in hominin evolution. Biological evolution, which included bipedalism, manipulative hands, an improved diet, and brain development, was closely linked to cultural evolution, which involved increased abilities to think, reason, solve problems, learn, and communicate. Cultural evolution then fed back into biological evolution, leading to further improvements in diet, greater survival chances, enhanced tool use, and continued brain development, and so the cycle went on. Humans are regarded as the only animals that can communicate complex ideas by means of a spoken language. The development of speech was one of the most important milestones in hominin evolution. Speech probably developed between 1.6 million and 600,000 years ago. Humans' ability to produce speech sounds depends partly on the position and shape of the vocal cords, and partly on how the brain is organized. Speech greatly enhances the ability to coordinate activities, such as hunting and defending against predators. Cooperative hunting significantly boosts the success rate of taking down large prey. Hunting success leads to a better diet that provides more fat and protein, making individuals healthier. Survival chances and reproductive success increase as individuals become biologically fitter. Any factor that enhances fitness will be favored by natural selection. Therefore, any advances in the brain that improve language will also be strongly selected for. Thanks for watching this episode on hominin evolution. See you soon with another educational video. Until then, happy learning.